actually, as sad as it is, I think I will sell the house because even just going in there now is very uncomfortable. I wouldn't be happy living there because that's where my mum and dad were. And in some ways, it would be nice that I'm in their house, that I'm kind of closer to them in that way, but I wouldn't be happy there. So, of course, the solicitor, that was music to her ears because she was like, oh, so we're as executors of his will, we will get on that right now and start the process. And like, yeah, I bet you will, and I bet you'll take the money for that as well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she did say you can always rent it out. And like, I don't want to go through all that hassle. And obviously, if we got a bad tenant that either didn't pay or trashed my parents' house, that would absolutely break my heart. So, just, but yeah, it's going to be tough to let go of that house. It really will be. But, yeah, I get that, Nikki. It's especially, I do not understand probate. It's a word that's being bandied around a lot at the moment, and I don't understand it. I understand that because Dad had over £50,000 in his bank account, that a grant of probate now has to be done. But any tips? All the solicitors. Yeah. Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, they've kind of taken it out of my hands now. Santander closed the account, and then they're sending the money to the solicitors, and then they're selling the house, and then once the money's in from that, then 75% comes directly to me, and 25% is being held in trust. She threw a lot of information at me on Wednesday, and I'm just like, thank you. No, any advice? I just don't want people taking advantage, if that makes sense. You know? It's like with my dad's funeral plan. He told me there was £7,000 in there. The funeral director actually got the plan out, and it's more like 8,400, which is more than enough to cover cars, flowers, admin fee, everything we need is covered. But then my half sister is like, well, since there's money in his account, why don't we, in his funeral plan, why don't we have like extra this and extra that? I'm like, no, I'm not a spendthrift, but don't just add extras just because the money is there to cover it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not a spendthrift by any means, and this is my dad's funeral, so I won't be skimping on anything. But I don't see the point of adding an extra car. Like, so they said the funeral cars can reasonably take 6 people. The only people that so the only people, well, they said comfortably 6, then the driver as well. So the people that go into the car, so 2 of my children will not go in. So that's me, one of my children, my half sister and her husband, and possibly my half brother. My half brother has dementia. Well, a form of dementia. So it really depends on the day if he's well enough to travel. So if he's well enough to travel, that's 5 people. My sister wants to add an extra car. Who for? Who for? You know, and she's like, exactly. You know, and she's like, oh, maybe we can have flowers spelling out. So we're going to have flowers spelling out Dad, which is already £150. They're £50 per letter. I don't know whether I want one saying Grandad, because that's £350. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's more than enough to cover it should I decide, but I don't know. I might just have some saying Jim, because that was his name, James. But she was my sister, my half sister, so same mum did that. And she was like, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? I don't see it. You know? heard through the family that they're coming. They've not been in touch with me directly at all. They're just coming, if I'm being honest, they're coming for a jolly up down by the sea for today and free food at my dad's expense. You know, I don't think they deserve to be in a car, quite honestly. So. So the funeral director recommended a beautiful, really beautiful country pub, like open fields, horses in the field, beautiful, right in the middle of Sussex, but it's about 3 miles out of town. And we went there the other day for lunch just to check the place out, and it is very beautiful, but the prices do reflect that. And to do what we were hoping to do is 150 for a portion of the pub to be sectioned off, fair enough, but then it's $29.99 per person for a few sandwiches. But they want exact numbers.
Does your dad have a favourite pub or a favourite drink?
Well, no, well, he didn't really drink, but I tell you what we've managed to do. So you've got the funeral directors directly next door to the church, and then 2 shops down is a pub, and they are more than happy to do the wake free of charge. They said there's no cost to hire it. Obviously people will buy their drinks at the bar.
Yeah, don't put a tab up whatever you do.
No. So people will buy their drinks at the bar, and catering, so we can buy catering through like Sainsbury's or through Morrison's. They will pick them up on the day for us, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, and it's literally, and there's no bullshit. I can't get 3 miles out of town, it's too far, I don't drive. You come, he could come down. He could come down, go to the funeral, and then Gatwick from here is only what, half an hour. So he could then stay overnight in a hotel and fly out the next day. There's no reason why he can't be here.
He's just being awkward.
But then the other two uncles, who, see, he's the nice one, but the other two uncles, who I haven't heard from for several years, apparently are coming. But I know what they'll do. They'll come down, love at the funeral, eat on my dad's expense. You know, this, my dad technically is paying for this. And then they'll just go back to Oxford and I'll never hear from them again.
Well, that's what happened a lot with my mum's funeral. Like, I hadn't heard from these people in like donkey's years.
Yeah.
And I'm having to get into my mum's phone, call them all and inform them that she died and everything else. Add them on Facebook. I haven't heard from them in the last 7 years.
No, I haven't heard from like two of my uncles. But apparently they're coming.
Apparently.
Apparently.
These people will just randomly turn up and you're like, who's that?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry sir, do I know you? I'm literally... Oh! Plot twist, wasn't expecting that, but okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to answer Nikki's question. Nikki, yes. So, whatever. So, at the moment, without the flowers, we're looking around about £6,000, and whatever has not been spent will come back to me. And I think my sister thinks that I'm being a spendthrift so I can get maximum money coming back to me. And it's not that. It's just I don't see the need for two cars when we're not going to have enough family to even fill one.
Exactly.
I don't see the need for it. You're just spending it for spending's sake, and I don't see the point of that. My dad never would have agreed to that, so...
Don't let the solicitor do everything probate, especially with property. Just say to them, I'm sorry, I haven't made up my mind. Get a local estate agent out. Say, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I'm going to probate, it's worth, and then you get a better value than if the solicitor does it.
Oh, really? Well, no,
I had to do that for my mum's.
see, I don't understand any of this. So when I met the solicitor on Wednesday, she was like, do you want us to take care of the selling of your dad's house? And I said yes, because I don't understand what to do. So I don't know now if it's too late, if I can back
It
out.
shouldn't be too late. Just say, I've slept on it. I've decided to. I don't know what I'm going to do with the property just yet. I mean, I did all this at 24, so I said, oh crap, and then sort of hit the ground running. But just say to them, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not making any rash decisions because I've made a couple of rash decisions. Mainly with talk because I was living at my mum's before I moved out to live with my dad while I was selling the property and buying my company. I actually agreed I love to talk for 3 years and not realising, crap, I'm not going to be here for that, so that's a fine talking about this one.
Wait,
And
actually,
then the council told me everything.
yeah, so pretty much everything's been stopped now. The only thing I haven't yet contacted is like water and gas. So like I've stopped the telephone, I've stopped the broadband, I've stopped all the big things. But the only thing, and then somebody was telling me, like one of his neighbours popped round for an hour the other day, give me advice on what to do with this and what to do with that. This one. One of the things he said was